Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. Tonight, I have a very special guest with me. It's been a year since he's been on. It's been a year, but he's back on. I'm glad he hit me up. We're gonna talk about a few things, including his new album. But I just want to give a warm welcome back to Dollar Bill, man. What's going on?
What's good, my boys? Red dollars, blue faces, all in your residence. We call it a glitch.
How you been?
Man, I just been living life, what I'm saying? Taking it one day at a time. This year kind of been like a crazy year, working with the album. I've been working on that for like 11 months, almost a year now. And I just released it. And this is one of my first albums that I ever accomplished to come out with, and I'm gonna be looking forward to giving the fans more albums and less singles. You feel me?
Yeah,
Um,
definitely, definitely.
I spent a lot of hard working, in the studio. A lot of hard working, doing a lot of promotion, a lot of marketing. YouTube is my way of marketing. So even with my business, the Young Harris LLC, I got face masks, hats, t-shirts, socks, um, candles, soaps, and things of that nature. But I've been dealing with a lot of legal things, even with the IRS. I've been dealing with a lot of legal things, and things just haven't been the same. So, even with my mental health and, with my family, it's just certain people I just don't deal with, even when it comes to family. And I'm just very antisocial. And I'm a workaholic, man. All I do is just work. You feel me?
Hmm.
I just work and I'm on a grind. I got a mission to accomplish. And it's just gonna be some people that I'm just gonna have to leave in the past. And it's just gonna be some people that's just gonna be there to see me make it. And the Color Town is a very historic project in a place of Miami, in the heart of Miami, in Overtown. So this is like this album is very, very important. And even with some of the artists that I got, some of the new artists that I got up on there, shout out to Lil Bo and shout out to Piccolo for not even having to do the verse. And me just uploading that content that I need the fans, to hear, and for them to see what's going on, for me to have a solid audience when it comes to, the genre, of the hip hop, of the jazz music, the opera music that I love, So I'm starting to become creative with the music, and I'm most definitely starting to take it more serious than I ever have been. So this type of work is going to be some of my best kind of work that I got as an artist. Not even as an artist, as an entrepreneur that I am, as a business owner, and things of that nature. And it's just been a mission, man. It's just been a mission.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, man. Before we go any further, man, y'all know I usually drink my Crown vanilla and everything like that, but tonight, taking it easy because I haven't been feeling well since yesterday, but I'm feeling a whole lot better than I was yesterday. So I'm
Yep.
drinking on some iced tea with lemon. So, but I feel a whole lot better, man. I don't know if y'all got anything going around. Excuse me, any sicknesses or anything going around your hometown, but it's been floating around mine. So, um, if y'all out there, man, please be safe. You know, if you sick, please stay at home. Don't go out to work or do anything like that. Get other people sick. So please, please take care of your health. That's always number one important. All right.
Number one is always take care of your health, man. Because if your health ain't right, you can't never be around your family, and you can't be at work. And we don't want you at work sick or around your family sick. So lemon and lime water is a very good certain type of way to detox and get all those toxins and bacteria up out of your system and your body. And I do a lot of, working out, calisthenics, a lot of, a lot of different workout procedures and stuff like that. And I'm taking it very serious. Like I said this year, I run so much, to the point to where like that's my way of detoxing and staying healthy because I gotta sweat, and sweating is good for your body. And I'm just on a vegetarian diet right now, which I've been doing for like a whole year and 6 months. So you know, I cheat every now and then. I'm not perfect.
Man,
I cheat every now and then. You know,
that's okay.
and yeah, it's okay at least once a year, or when the holidays come around this time, and then
Mhm.
I got to get myself back in fit. Too much of them collard greens, them black eyed peas, that cornbread, and all that good stuff, all that stuff. And yeah, man, and I just got to cut the sweets because sweets make you weak, and people don't understand that. And
Yeah, I don't.
you are what you eat, so.
Right, right. I don't really eat too much sweets, not like that anymore. Maybe only for the holidays, I have some chocolate chip cookies, just at that time. But the sweets, I look at it, I just can't. No.
Right. Right.
Now, to your point, now and then, oh, of course. No, it depends on who makes it too. But other than that, I'm like, yeah, y'all can have it. I'll just take a cookie or two and I'll be straight. I don't really need all the sweets and everything unless my mom makes a chest pie, then I'll eat that.
Right.
So that's just how I am. So let's get into your album, man. The Color Town, man. Let's talk about it, the process, man. How do you come up with it, man? And I know you already shout out a few people already, but let's talk more about your album.
So, The Color Town is one of my best projects that I have ever done within my music career. And like I said, I had to bring a few artists back, like Young Cedar King, and I had to work with a few other new artists for me to bring out the type of talent and the type of sound that I want people to understand that is going to be solid and I'm going to stick to. And when you hear a different type of sound in music, you're going to know exactly how the production came out within the studio when it was made. And I just been going through, a whole lot of other things with artists, even with their management team, even with different other podcasts, and even with engineers, stuff like that. So um I just wanted the people to know that I'm not going to be actually creating any other music with artists. I'm just focusing on me as a solo artist, and it's just too much of a mission and it's just too much of a hassle to go back and forth with artists, their management team, when it comes to payments, when it comes to the labels, when it comes to the contracts, and it's just too much of a hassle. And as an artist, I invest in my craft. So, I stand behind, my product 150%. And I'm the best at what I do, once I apply myself to it. You feel where I'm coming from? So the Color Town is one of my first ever projects, my first album ever. And I felt like I did very great with doing it, and I felt like I did very great with promoting it. Even though it was a whole lot of other hassles when it came to the promoters. And like I said, I'm blessed and I'm highly favored in God's eyes. And I'm a good, genuine person, and I just believe in doing good business with people because I have a reputation. And the minute that you do something that's small and so simple, it could tarnish and it could ruin your reputation and your business. And we don't want that to happen.
No, no, no. Now I know you was said earlier that you had like different elements, different genres of music that you kind of like put together. Is that something that you like focused on instead of just doing just a simple hip hop type beat or music? You just want to just bring all other elements of music into one?
Well, I sort of kind of wanted to bring all different sort of kind of music in into one. I really actually wanted to do that because the Color Town is very historic for jazz musician players and you know businesses and stuff like that and buildings and it's structured that kind of way. But in poverty, you know, in pure sufferation, which I call the ghetto in the hood, you know, things, from on a scale to 1 to 10, things wasn't even adding up right and even looking right how they were supposed to be looking, and it's a lot of cases just anywhere, So I spend a lot of time in the hood hustling, I spend a lot of time with my hands working, you know, doing the Airbnb properties, learning how to flip properties, taking up the knowledge, from, my management team and the people that I was employed by and working for. They was giving me all these resources and all this different type of skills and technology, you know, on what it could be for short term or long term rental for Airbnb property because I had training to do tile and rip outs. And I was great at doing that. And then, I had to leave my job where I was working at Dollar General to pursue that. And I was making more money. And then, I was pushing, putting all of that into my album you know and it's not easy, it's not easy, even going, in and out of a relationship and stuff like that with my mental health and I'm alone and stuff like that without my kids. So yeah, I was just, I had a little bump. I went through a little speed bump, but I found myself again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, definitely, man. Before we go any further, can you let the people know where they can find your album?
You can find me on iTunes. You can find me on Apple Music. You can find me on Amazon Prime. You could catch me on iHeartRadio. You could catch me on Pandora. You could catch me on Spotify. You could catch me on all those platforms and many more other platforms. Um, I will also be expecting more new music, next year, 2025. I'm gonna be working with a lot of more other artists, only the artists that I can actually trust to work with, because like I say, I don't want to go through any, producer that's claiming to be artists, managers and stuff like that. And it just don't look right, and it's just bad for business. And when you do something in business with me that I don't like and it's not right, I'm gonna address it to the public. And those people, they know who they are, and I don't gotta say no names or anything like that. And yeah.
Was that well, let me ask you this because I actually listened to your album earlier today, right, on Apple Music. And you do have a diss track on there. Is that the people that you're referring to? Or is that just or
So okay, so the diss track that I got on there, it originally came from Alley Cat. Alley Cat New Money. So he uploaded the project. He uploaded the project to his Apple Music, and I was like, man, it's kind of weird because you wasn't even on the verse. I mean, you wasn't even on it, and if I gave you a project to do and I tell you that you got to do this and you know that you got to do it, and then he went to acting all kind of spiritual and everything and all that, and then I felt like it was just totally disrespectful and stuff like that to do something like that. I could take you back to old heads, 2020 with Jr. Pinchers when he didn't even want to upload the song and he was threatening me, telling me that the label was going to take the song down. And he was telling me about the splits and everything. So again, you got to be careful with these artists and people and stuff like that because they'll do things to try to, ruin your reputation as an artist and as a business person. And I met Ali Cat New Money out there when, God bless the dead, when Trail was living. I was out there working in the mall, out there in Riverview Mall.
Mhm.
I was out there doing the shoe magic, selling the shoe magic, the
Oh
clean.
yeah.
Yeah, I was out there. And shout out to my boy JD Maserati, man. And shout out to all the people that helped me with this album. Shout out to Lil Bo. Even though Run It J, we had a misunderstanding. Shout out to Lil Bo manager. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got all of this done, you know what I'm saying, when it came down to the track and everything. And yeah, man, you know, I just wanted to give the fans a little bit of good music. And I know I didn't make a lot of music that, a lot of singles and stuff like that, like I was supposed to. But I mixed it up a little bit. And I just want you guys to enjoy the album. And just look forward to me dropping other projects because they're gonna be better than the ones that I got now. I'm standing on business, and it's all love, peace, and prosperity with me. I don't hate anybody. I don't have any hatred, jealousy, or envy or strife in my heart for anybody. And it's real, man. It's real. It's real out here. You know, the world is big. The world is big, and it's so much money, and there's so many different opportunities out here. And I got the same 24 hours just like the next man got.
Right. Right. Now you brought up the business aspect of music and all the hoops and everything that you had to go through. Explain to the artist who wants to get into the business, regardless of what genre they want to be a they want to do. But what do they need to look forward to in terms of the business side of music?
So the business side of the music, you're gonna come through a lot of scammers, especially when they come through to promoters. You're gonna come across a lot of artists that's looking to take your money and scam you. Um, you're gonna face things and challenges like this. And you gotta know how to stay solid in the paint, and you gotta know how to stay authentic as an artist and how to protect not just only your style but your craft. And once you realize you know how to protect your craft and your music and your reputation, then you have a solid foundation and a whole solid outlook on where you want to be at in the future. You know, and this is a dangerous game. Being an artist is a dangerous game. And this shit ain't just no easy thing out here being an artist. I mean, you got people they trying to take what you got. All kinds of crazy shit. You feel me? So we got to stay prayed up and we got to stay blessed so that these things don't happen. You know,
Yeah, even protect your name because they could like Prince. They took his name from him.
yep,
He had to go by the symbol for a while. So I mean, even with that, the business aspect of it, they could not only own your music, but they could also own your name too.
yes, sir.
Own the rights to your name. I should say that. So
On the rights to your
um,
name. Yeah, on the rights to your name.
so yeah, just and most importantly, man, I don't. in any business dealers, man, have your own attorney with you. So that if there's contracts involved, I know there's a lot of stuff in there that you probably can't understand, right? Just get those lawyers to actually break it down to you so you understand the contract better before you sign anything.
Right.
So, I mean, I know a lot of people they look at that dollar figure, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna sign," without really reading the contract. Now you realize you got screwed because you really didn't take the time to read the contract.
Hmm.
So that's just some advice that, and like I said, it's not just music; it's just business in general. We know how these are. Lawyers put together these contracts to make sure you don't understand it, but they do, and you gotta realize who they work for. So you gotta get your own attorney that works for you to have your
And,
back.
and that's real though. And that's real.
Now we talked about health, mentioned health just a little bit, and we know over the last 4 or 5 years, mental health, especially amongst men, we've been a lot of men have been raising awareness for mental health. And I know you talked about mental health as well. Why is that so important to you to raise that awareness?
So, with the mental health thing, I wasn't even quite honestly sure like if I wanted to be like in a relationship that I was in, because it was so much going on in my relationship, but I had my kids and my relationship was, you know, falling apart. And I waited a couple of, months. I say at least a good year and some months I waited, if I'm not mistaken. And I jumped into another relationship and was contemplating if I was going to get married or not. And then found out it was just a whole lot. It was just a whole lot. And then even with now, so mental health is very important because I had a breakdown in my breakthrough process. And so when I had a breakdown in my breakthrough process, it actually had me transform into somebody that I actually wasn't. And mental health is real. And then, even when it came to my family, certain things I just had to go through alone, when it came to my mental health and stuff like that. So and I was okay with that and I'm still okay with that. And that's just the way things are, and that's just the way things will always ever be, you know. And that's how I make it in this world, and that's how I sleep comfortable at night. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
not worrying and not stressing about what I can't control.
Would When it comes to mental health, would you advise anybody to go seek counseling as well? Like
Sure,
there's
sure.
because
I honestly believe that you know when a person know that you love them, they'll treat you any kind of way. But I honestly advise anybody to go seek medical attention when it comes to mental health, because everybody can't vent to the person they actually really want to vent to, and they might just be okay and cool with venting to somebody else and, or whatever their different preferences are, you know, and,
yeah,
yeah, man, that's just the way things are.
yeah, I suggest anybody if you're going through something, man, just go ahead. First off, you got to be real with yourself, and then come to that uh point where, hey, you need help. It's okay to ask for help, especially when it comes to your mental health. You know, I know they got hotlines out there that you could call. I know there's counselors all over that you could set appointments with. But you just want to make sure that you're okay because you don't want to go through it alone and dive into something that you can't even get out of. So
Exactly. Right.
I would always um I would tell people, man, just go ahead and just seek help. Even if even with family, like you said, you can't really talk to everybody about your situation because a lot of people won't understand your situation. So, but there's probably somebody in your family that could point you in the right direction to say, hey, this person helped me out. You probably need to go talk to him or her. And, just whatever support you can get, get that support. You ain't gotta go through it alone.
Real
That
talk, real talk.
don't definitely have to go through it alone. And that's with anything. That's your mental, that's your emotional, that's your spiritual, even like your physical health. Like you said, the way you changed your diet and how you exercise and all of that stuff. Shoot, somebody, probably like, hey, I want to get to that point as well. Hey, you want to go out for a run? Let's go out for a run together.
Hmm.
It ain't even gotta be a run. It could be a walk or it could be a jog.
Hmm.
So, anything when it comes to your health, man, you can't be afraid to speak up about it. You can't be afraid to speak up about it. But you have to be the first one to take that step.
Real talk.
You gotta take that step more than anything else. Can nobody hold your hand through the entire process. You gotta now they could, push you along, but you're gonna have to walk that path yourself.
Yourself.
So um that's very, very big, especially um coming towards the end of this year, going into 2025. You already know about a lot of these store closings that's going on nationwide. A lot of people losing their jobs uh, and stuff like that. And it's kind of sad during this holiday season. Yeah, a lot of them lost their jobs right before the holiday season, and it's kind of like, what you gonna do next? But you talked about the type of skills that you have um, learned over the course of time. And I remember the last time we talked, you talked about having different skills, so you don't have to be dependent on this job or that job. So that's why in 2025, I'm saying to see right now, I'm learning a different skill in 2025.
Big facts.
So even though yes, I do have a college degree and everything, but we know college degrees are becoming less and less valuable as time goes on. So now you got to have a skill to actually help either with your degree or just help, generate some revenue till you get
Big
something solid.
big facts.
So speaking of 2025, man, what is Dollar Bill's plan going into 2025?
Man, I got very big high expectations for 2025. Like I'm all I could do is go up. All I could do is, motivate myself, and I bet on myself and I take a risk on myself. And like I say, I'm very antisocial and I really just honestly don't like no rappers at all. Um and then if I'm working with you, or if I reach out to you, you know what I'm saying? It's because I genuinely love people and I care about people, and I don't want nobody even thinking or even acting a certain kind of way towards how I would act to them. And I'm all about my business. You know what I'm saying? 2025 finna be a good year. We finna get rich. 2025 finna be a great year. Um, look forward to see me in all short film skits, comedians, models, actors, influencers. It's a glitch. It's about to be a glitch. And I'm stepping on their neck, man. That's all. Staying in my own lane, making my money, stacking up my red dollars, blue faces.
Yeah, I can't wait to see some skits, man. That'll be a whole different side of me to see you and doing some skits and everything like that. I think that'd
Yeah,
be pretty cool. So 20 2024 for a lot of people, it's already coming to an end. It felt like it went by pretty quick,
right.
right? For you, what is some of the positives that you could take from 2024? and take it over to 2025?
Well, uploading the music, I just been trying to, use a lot of resources when it come to uploading music. And now I know how to upload the music the correct way. And the music videos, I know how to upload all of that the correct way. I had an issue and I had a problem with that at first. And now I found my niche and I found, what I'm saying, I honestly found, what I wanted to do and take what I wanted to do very serious, than ever. I'm so serious about, the music, the fashion, and the art, and just being creative. I'm so serious about my talent around this time of the year going into 2025. And, I have seen myself grow and I have seen myself expand. And it's going to only get more better going into 2025.
When you hear people t- when you hear people that's like saying there's no good music out there, right? And no, my pushback is there is. You talking about all the platforms is out there. There's so many different artists on these platforms, but you're so focused on the big name artists, right? Especially in hip hop, right? The big name artists in hip hop, yeah, that's what they're gonna push forward because there's money involved, there's the viewership, the business side of it all. But when it comes to independent artists, you can find them and you can find the type of music that you will enjoy listening. So do you feel like people should just cool it down and just say, listen, there's many artists out there that you can find, you can rock with. If you don't really have to listen to their music, you can listen to someone else without having to go on social media talking about, oh, today's music is trash.
That people make music about all kinds of things. And except for the right things that people need to hear. Man, the iPhone is on 10%. We finna cut off.
No, we good. We got about a good 2 or 3 minutes left.
Yeah, man, we finna cut off.
No, we good.
I most definitely got to get back at what I was doing, but yeah, man, be careful, man, who you work with out here, man, when it comes to this music, and be careful with these artists because everybody trying to get some clout. Everybody trying to get some clout, and clout don't pay bills. That's one thing it don't do.
No, it don't. It definitely don't. And most importantly, man, continue to educate yourself on the business, the trends in the business. That's how you're gonna stay up to date and stay current uh, with everything that's going on. You
Right.
never get too old to stop learning. So even as the music side or just the business side, whatever field that you in, um, don't ever stop educating yourself at all.
At all.
Because it's gonna be some new information come out, new trends and all that stuff. It's gonna come out. So you gotta be on top of it. Definitely gotta be on top of it. All right,
Well,
man. Appreciate you coming on tonight. Uh, hey, listen, we can't wait a whole nother year till next time you come on. We can't, we can't do that.
yes, sir.
So, so next time in 2025, uh, when you get your skits and all that stuff, man, come back on
I
because we
got
got
you.
we got we
I
got to
got
talk about all these projects that you have going on outside of music and all that stuff. So we got to get that going. We gonna push your name, man. We're
for
gonna put
sure.
your name out there. I'm here. I'm available. I'm just a message away. So just hit me up anytime. Like, hey, I want to come back on. You're more than welcome to.
It's dumb love, man. It's dumb love, and it's real shit going on out here. Fuck with me.
Definitely, definitely. Any last words?
Man, y'all go screen the Color Town, man. Y'all go screen the Color Town. If you ain't pre-saved it yet, it's already out, man. It was already pre-saved for the 20th. Y'all go grab it. Y'all go download it. Go, everybody download it to your iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Go on Apple Music, share it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and tag I am underscore dollar bill.
Definitely. Y'all please do that. Support, support, support. Check it out, man. Y'all let them know how the good album is. Excuse me. Everything like that. Hey, listen, there's so many artists out there that you do support that you don't know. Why don't you support the ones that you do know?
Real
All right.
talk.
So just
Real
do that. And I'm telling you, man, they'll be forever grateful that, even if it's one person listening to it, they know that you're paying attention to them.
Yeah,
So
y'all don't forget, man. Y'all drink responsible.
definitely drink responsibly. And make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you can catch the episodes on YouTube, Spotify, Radio, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. All right. From Dollar Bill, I'm Darius. I'm Drinking After Dark podcast, and we out. Peace.
Peace.